Have you ever stopped to wonder, who's really shaping your life? Is it the circumstances swirling around you, some grand twist of fate, or could it be you holding the reins? Today, I'm pulling you into the extraordinary story of a neuroscientist who flipped every dusty, outdated belief on its head, unveiling a truth so electrifying, it'll make you jump up and yell, "I've got the power." This isn't just a tale of brain scans and lab coats. This man cracked open the mysteries of the mind and handed us a revelation that changes everything. You are the architect of your own reality. Are you ready to dive in? Take a long, slow breath, feel it, fill your chest because we're about to embark on a journey so inspiring. It'll leave you seeing yourself as stronger than you've ever imagined. The man and the mystery of the mind. Step into a lab glowing with soft light, where a neuroscientist, let's call him Dr. David, sits, hunched over a maze of screens, charts, and blinking data points. David's no ordinary scientist, dryly crunching numbers in a sterile room. He's a seeker, a man driven by a restless curiosity that wouldn't let him settle for easy answers. One question burned in him: if the brain controls everything we feel, think, and do, then who's steering the brain? That single spark ignited a discovery so profound, it sent shockwaves through the scientific community and beyond. David wasn't content to just poke at theories from a distance. He lived this question, breathed it, watching people who'd hit rock bottom, patients who'd lost hope, survivors who'd clawed their way through unimaginable odds. What set them apart? What magic flickered in their minds? He pored over their scans, their stories, asking, what's happening inside their heads when they rise? The answer he found was both simple and staggering. Your thoughts don't just mirror your world, they sculpt it. But here's where it gets wild. If David's right, what could you do with that kind of power? Hold tight, I'm about to take you deeper into his world. Science. Your brain is the architect. Here's a mind blower. Your brain's packed with over 86 billion neurons, a buzzing network that's never just sitting still. Through David's groundbreaking work and the efforts of peers across the globe, science uncovered a game changer called neuroplasticity, the brain's superpower to rewire itself based on what you think, feel, and experience. Picture this: every positive thought you hold, every flicker of hope or courage lays down a new neural pathway, like a road to confidence, creativity, even joy. But linger in negativity, and you're digging ruts of fear and doubt that can trap you. David took this further with hard evidence. In one jaw-dropping experiment, he had people imagine playing the piano every day, fingers never touching a key, and weeks later, their skills improved as much as those who'd practiced for real. The brain doesn't care if it's imagination or action, it fires up the same circuits either way, reshaping itself based on what you believe. So, if you start believing you're strong, capable, unstoppable, what shifts inside you? David's voice echoes, you're not just living in reality, you're building it, brick by thought. What could you construct if you dared to believe? Philosophy. You're the scriptwriter. Imagine your life as a film rolling across a silver screen. Who's calling the shots? Who's penning the lines? The ancient philosopher Marcus Aurelius nailed it centuries ago. Your life is what your thoughts make it. David dragged this wisdom out of dusty scrolls and into the lab, proving it's not just poetic fluff, it's fact. You're not some helpless pawn shoved around by fate or luck, you're the writer, the director, the star. But David didn't stop at philosophy. He got practical, studying the giants of success, billionaire innovators, record-breaking athletes, Artists who turned torment into triumph. What did they share? They believed in their vision before the world caught up. Take a tech mogul who saw a future no one else did. Or a runner picturing the finish line through every grueling mile. They trusted their inner script first. Can you do that? Picture a reality you crave: success, peace, love before it's solid in your hands. David's cracked open the possibility. Will you grab the pen and write? The mystery that sparks curiosity. Ever catch yourself wondering why some people seem to glide through life, dodging every bullet, while others drown in the same storms? Why do they call it luck when one person rises and another falls? David dug into this riddle and found a secret, but he didn't spoon-feed it. He left us dangling with a question. If your mind can shift reality, what's stopping you from claiming that power? Science has a name for it: the expectancy effect. When you expect good things, really feel them coming, your brain pumps out dopamine, that sweet jolt of happiness that nudges you to act, turning belief into being. But David hinted at something bigger, a force beyond data, simmering beneath the surface. There's more to unlock, he'd say, eyes glinting. Feel that itch, yet, that pull to dig deeper. Stick with me, we're heading toward the fire. The art of speaking. Tell your story. Close your eyes and picture this. You're on a stage, a sea of faces staring up at you, waiting. You don't need David's lab coat to move them. You've got your story. Start with a hook. Have you ever felt like you're not enough? Then pull them in. A day you crashed, thought the game was over, but somehow found your feet again, step by shaky step. Wrap it with a punch. You don't just live, you shape your life. David once told a packed hall, speak from your heart, and you don't just shift yourself, you shift the world. Science backs him. Emotion fires up oxytocin, weaving bonds words alone can't forge. Pain, grit, hope, spill it raw. You don't need polish, just the courage to let it rip. Your story's the spark, your voice, the flame. The science behind the power. David wasn't spinning fairy tales, he had the receipts. In a study that turned heads, he showed that people who visualized success, like nailing a speech or acing a test, boosted their odds by 40%, even without lifting a finger. Why? Your brain treats imagination like rehearsal, wiring itself for the win. The placebo effect's the same deal. Believe you're healing, and your body often follows. Here's his kicker. 80% of your reality's born in your head, not the world out there. Circumstances, they're just 20%. You don't need to be smarter, richer, luckier, just start believing. David's proof. Shift your mind, reshape your brain. Reshape your brain, rewrite your life. Where's your starting line? Philosophy of success. From small to great. Think of a seed, small, unassuming, but packed with a forest's potential. David said, your reality grows from your tiniest thoughts. Success isn't about flipping the planet overnight, it's about tweaking your lens, one belief at a time. He told of a patient who'd lost it all: job, family, home, but woke each day saying, I'll make today mine. Slowly, he rebuilt from nothing. Or take a kid who dreamed of stardom, whispering to herself in the mirror, she's on stages now. Dare you plant that seed? Trust in a reality you can't yet touch. David's tossing you the tools. Will you build? Planting seeds of curiosity. David loved a good tease. He'd ask, if you can craft reality, why are you still stuck? In a quiet interview, he grinned. There's a bigger power out there, but it's yours to find. Feel that spark lighting up your chest. Science calls it the information gap. A hint of mystery spikes your brain with excitement, begging you to chase it. David wasn't just a researcher. He was a master at igniting minds. So, what's your move? What reality are you itching to shape? Stirring your mind. Imagine an empty room, just you and your thoughts. You shout, "I build my life." That echo changes you. Psychology dubs it self-affirmation. Claim it, own it, live it. Today, what'll you stir? Scribble this. What reality do I want? Let it simmer, a fire in your skull. David showed. Miracles don't drop from the sky, you forge them. One belief like "I'm enough" kicks it off. Emotion, the fire of reality. Emotions, your fuel. When you believably feel it, tears of hope or a laugh of defiance, your brain listens. David found big feelings jolt the amygdala, searing the moment, sparking action. 1. "I've got this" can pivot everything. Tell your tale with guts, a crash, a climb with shaky hands. Let your voice crack, eyes blaze. They'll feel your heat, and you'll ignite. David said, emotion's not just a echo, it's your brush to paint reality. Philosophy. You're the author. David wasn't just a scientist, he was a poet with a stethoscope. Your life's a book, and you're the writer. Epictetus put it sharp. It's not what happens, it's how you see it. David proved it. Tweak your view, twist your world. Recall a fight you won. What pulled you up? Not liqueur faith. David's slipped you the pen. What's your next line? Science. You're the architect. David brought data, not dreams. Visualize a win, and your brain fires like it's real. 90% of your life's how you frame it, not what hits you. You're not caged, you're drafting the blueprint. Stand now. Face the mirror, lock eyes with yourself, and say, "I craft my reality." David showed. You don't just drift through the world, you shape it. Today, what'll you do? Pen a dream, trust a new dawn, stride past fear with a roaring heart. I see your fire, and you're not here to just scrape by, you're here to build a blazing reality. The world's waiting architect.